Okay, so I'm going to show you how to add a new customer into Field Service Management now. So we can go in here to our customer screen. Okay. And we're going to click on New Customer. Okay, so you can decide what type of customer it is. And we have two different types here. So we're just going to leave it as commercial. We can put in there the customer name. Let's say Joey's Place. Okay, and then what's the tax rate for this specific customer, and it pulls up our tax rates. Okay, if they have a certain tax code, taxable or non-taxable, so if this is a non-taxable customer, you've got, government agency or a school district, something like that, you can say non, but we're going to keep it as taxable. The source that's in here, this is a custom code on the customer basis that I have set up, so I can type in the source. Notice that it's orange, so that means that I set it up as a required field for somebody to fill in, so we're going to say yellow pages. Okay, who's the primary contact? Joey Smith. You can decide how you want it to display as. What's the primary phone number? Alternate phone number, fax, and then an email address. I would suggest that I have an email address, even if it's dispatch at, whatever it is. Notice it's orange again, so it is required. Okay, and then you can have your site name. So let's say Joey has several different places, so I'm going to use the site name as the address, the street address. So 123 6th Street. Okay, that way I can, every time I look up a different site, I can say this is the site 123 6th Street, or if I'm working at 456 9th Street, whatever the different site is. The service package that you work on, if you have multiple service packages, you would choose that drop down at this point, so it's on a per site basis. All right, so then I just put in here the address. All right. Then down here, you can choose the work zone, so you can decide what work zone they're in. If they're in a different time zone, then you'd have multiple work zones set up here. This is a tax rate on a per site basis. So the site might have a different tax rate than the customer as a whole because they're located in a different tax area, but we're just going to keep this as a standard tax. Again, that site could have different tax codes, but we're going to leave it as taxable. The reference number, this is something that I have set up. Again, it's a custom field that I have set up with drop downs, so I can have reference type A, type B, male, female, role, manager. You can set up any kind of custom field there. Then I also have custom fields additional for color and style. If this site has a different bill address, then you can check this off and say it has a different bill address. So maybe you do the billing to the company rather than to the individual site. So you could set that up here. And then we just go ahead and say OK. Now, if you have any custom field or any problems, it is going to give you a problem here up on the main screen. It's telling me that this custom field, yellow pages, should not exceed 5 characters. So I'm going to go down here and choose YP for the custom field. It does tell you exactly what the problem is. So I'm going to say that, change it to YP and then say OK. Then again, it tells me based on the map, it can't pull up what street address this is. So it does a search for you real quick. It says, hey, I don't know 123 6th Street. That doesn't come up on a map. So you have the opportunity to go in and change that. Or if you want to override the system and say, hey, I know this is correct, then you can say click here to save anyway. All right, it's telling me Joey's Place already exists, so I'm going to say Joey's Place too. Okay, say OK. It's going to warn me about the site again, and I'm going to say save anyway. All right, so now I have Joey's Place 2 set up here. Now notice it doesn't show up on my screen here because on my filtered view here, I have which view I have recently serviced. And since I haven't recently serviced Joey's Place 2, I'd have to show the recently created customers, and then it would show up there. So now I'd be able to add that to a work order.